Hi Aries, it's Tuesday. We're going to do your reading. I have been trying to tap in and do, normally I show you guys what comes out in the pre-shuffle, and I'm just not getting anything real clear. Other than I think a lot of you are dealing with an Aries, I mean a Libra, and that person is a little bit out of sorts. So that doesn't mean you're not. I mean, somebody has Libra in their chart and is feeling a bit out of sorts. So, well, look at that. Hopefully we'll get some clarity here, because it's just not been clear. So I thought I'd just start from turning on the camera. Four of Pentacles and the Magician. So Four of Pentacles, that's also there's there's a throat chakra issue going on, because I would have been fine with my speaking until I turn on the camera. Something's going on with you guys being out of sorts, and I feel like it's Magician, of course, that's your energy. The Magician is somebody who has all the tools they need to make things happen. But I feel like there's maybe I really want this to be positive, but I feel like there's some decision or habits of just holding on instead of making new things happen, possibilities, something like that. All right. Yeah, I keep feeling balance, and also feeling 11, the number 11. So anyway, let's see if we can get you guys some advice from Spirit and some clarity. How are you guys? I love you. I love you. I love you. Please subscribe if you haven't and you watch the channel often. Okay, so I can pull in your energy clearer, and it helps the channel, of course, reach more people. All right, let's see. Let's do a Celtic cross. Your energy. Yeah, and it's not... I hate to say this. For some reason, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, but at some point, dwelling on the past and what you don't have, it becomes a decision that starts hindering possibilities for you. And the end goal, remember, the end goal is always to be happy. So there's never going to be one thing or one person that makes you happy. Okay, so overall energy is the Three of Swords crossing it. Yeah, I think you're dealing with a Libra or an air sign. This is King of Swords, could be Aquarius, Gemini. King of Swords. So exactly what I was just feeling. Sometimes when it's not clear, I feel like I'm trying so hard to give you guys a positive message, and so I'm like trying, and it's just, not coming through. So there's something else that needs to come through. So we've got heartbreak, could be a third party, could be backstabbing, but there's a lot of focus on it, a lot of mental energy, maybe just draining you in that way. All right, let's look at the recent past. Nine of Wands, long journey. The Nine of Wands is not giving up, though. Sometimes that's a good thing, and sometimes there's things that we need to put on the back burner and not keep in our center sphere of focus. You know what I mean? What's crowning? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone who's very successful, money, stable, respected. Yeah, my voice has just gotten recently. Some of you guys are, I don't know. Wow, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of focus on, I feel like you've had this reading before. Let me shuffle again. A lot of focus on sadness. Gosh, came out again. Okay, we're going to take it this time. So Two of Cups. Yeah. Kind of repetitive, I think. Maybe with your past readings. Not sure. Typically forget them afterwards. But kind of a heavy energy, let's say. Okay, what's unseen? What lies beneath? This just showed up a minute ago and I put it back. High Priestess. It's an inner knowing. Somebody, you know, it could be could be highly intuitive or somewhat psychic. The owl is really standing out to me. So there's a strong energy of wisdom. Also, the color white is standing out to me. When I was pre-shuffling, I got a deer. But it was a white deer, so I don't know what that means. If that means something to someone, let me know in the comments. But this owl is, look at the images here. The High Priestess is, you know, inner knowing. It's also, it's somebody that knows things but doesn't have to boast or talk about it. They're just a strong inner wisdom. And look at both of these images are spreading their wings to fly. So we might have to clarify that, but that's interesting because that's what's hidden. Okay, so how do you view the situation? This is a love reading, I believe, by the way. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is, I love this card. It's all about wanting to cooperate. Maybe you've let go of something a little bit enough to the point where you feel less dependent on its outcome. That's always a good place to be. How do others view the situation, or what are your outside influences? What's influencing the situation? Seven of Cups. Maybe something that's a little bit out of reach, or confusion about how to get there. I think there's there's some sort of energy of something like, I know we're supposed to be here, but and there's potential, but there's, you know, like a long road or a lot of work to be together. There's no bridge. Can you guys see this? There's not a bridge to get where she wants to go. So he's sitting there going, she's like, I want to go there. And he's sitting there going, that's not really clear how to get there on the map. So something maybe seems to be out of reach. Sometimes that's protection from spirit because it's a timing thing. Wow, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Power couple, maybe. Let's keep going. What is Spirit's advice? We're going to dive in deeper, I think, too, and look at how they feel. Ask some real specific questions. So we do have the second time I've had indication of a twin flame. Let me show you what came out in pre-shuffle, even though it wasn't clear. We have fate and past life love. So I think there's a strong element of fate is happening here, whether you like it or not. It's, you know, things are fated, so you may have to let go of control and timing. Looks like there's a destined partnership here. Your soul remembers this intense connection that may be hard to, I feel like y'all are going to be together with this person again. I really do. But I also feel like there's a message that wants to come through about not trying so hard and redirecting your focus. I know I sound like a broken record. I've said this, I think, a million times. But so the universe is always conspiring to support me, guide me, lead me compassionately towards the highest good. I can do less and attract more. This is telling me that you know, just the energy that's being sucked into not being with someone specific is hindering you in other ways. And then, you know, I've been asking for signs for you guys, and here we have, it looks like a cardinal, or maybe, yeah, it looks like a cardinal, a red cardinal. But the universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. So if you can't be with someone, and look at the stars, I feel like if you can't be with someone, you can still love them from afar. I can attract less and do more. You know, that's true if you're putting it in the right place, right? And then we have mending in reverse and TikTok. These really weren't clear, but I'll just go. I might read one of these to you, but this is about, like, I feel like this mending is in reverse. and it's like there's a dwelling on what didn't go right or hurt, and it's taking too long. This mending feels powerful though, so I might read it. But I had this overwhelming love. Remember everything with love. So here's another indication of twin flame. The dandelions are always twin flame sign for me. But here we have the sun, excuse me, and the Eight of Wands. The sun is about happiness, hope, healing. Eight of Wands is forward motion. So in Tarot's advice, you've got the sun card with strong forward motion. So, you know, a strong message to move forward with things that you can do to make you happy, and heal. Okay, Page of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Let's see, what's the outcome here? See, I do feel like this is going to come back around. Judgment is reconciliation. Sometimes it's hitting rock bottom. Sometimes it's, I'm so sorry, can you forgive me? But remember, there's timing at play. So Judgment card in the outcome, that's second chances. Rising above, Phoenix rising. Chariot. I also was feeling travel earlier. I still can't talk right. Wow. Cancer energy. We also have Sag. I was feeling Libra. So not a lot of major arcana here, which is, you know, indicative of a lot of things are just kind of up in the air. Things could go, you know, in a number of different directions, but the outcome is Judgment. So let's get to some general clarifiers here. Wow, Chariot. I put that back. You guys, if somebody's wondering if you should travel, trying to make a decision for the holidays, I think that's a yes. Go see family. I think it'd be good, because I was feeling travel in the pre-shuffle too. Okay, so Four of Swords. Four of Swords often, you know, it's taking time to heal and do the inner work, you know, the inner work that you need to do. So whenever we're down about somebody else or somebody's not giving us what we want, or, you know, it really can be a golden opportunity to look and see where we can be the person that we want to be, where we can do some inner work. Also, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Ten of Swords. Painful ending. I feel like some of you might be kind of feeling like things aren't going, you know, maybe looking at other people, or why is this happening to me? Why don't I have, you know, what I deserve and all that? But and don't be offended if it's not you, just disregard it. But I feel like there's a message for a few of you that are you really putting in the effort? Are you really doing the inner work? Or are you just putting more effort into something that you can't control? So if you're looking at other people and going, well, why am I not that? Why am I not having the success that I want? You know, ask yourself, are you showing up for yourself? Are you doing the inner work? Are you lollygagging? Are you procrastinating? You know, something like that. Can I have one card on that? That helps me explain that. Six of Pentacles. So giving, Six of Pentacles is generosity. What are they giving to? Justice. There's the Libran and Balance card. I felt. What's the Six of Pentacles? Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is blessings, abundance, love. So giving love. One more, please. You may be over generous with, I just feel like there's a need to redirect that energy maybe onto yourself. And maybe ask yourself, are you giving love to some place where it's just draining? Because look, both of these have these swirls, you know. One more clarifier, please, General. Queen of Cups. There is a lot of love here. A lot of emotion. Why do we have, let's start clarifying directly. Why do we have, so the Two of Cups is two people that give equally. I also feel timing, like divine timing and, you know, like karma, Wheel of Fortune. This is not a very clear reading. I'm sorry, you guys. But maybe it's because it's just so clear that I don't trust it. The Five of Pentacles. Sadness. It's focused on the past. Need for a new beginning. I mean, there's just a strong need to cut out the things that don't serve you and let go of that baggage. The Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't put up with stuff. She's got experience, she knows her value, and she's just going to cut things out. And what happens when you do that is you make space, you free. The Fool is someone who travels light. The Fool is takes chances. They embrace something new and unknown, and you may be just in a you know, some sort of habit of holding on to something, and maybe it started out, you know, like a normal emotional response to being hurt, but it possibly has become habitual where it's just a comfort zone, or I don't know how to let go. I don't know how to cut out things that aren't serving me and be free. Something like that. Let me pull this, let me read this mending card, because that's probably going to help. We'll do an intuition test here in a minute. Forgiveness, making amends and healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. That's it. That's what I think is happening. There's a burden covering more than just that one area of your life. Like the burden for the relationship or whatever it is that's not working out is overlapping into other areas of your life. And the Queen of Swords is somebody that can compartmentalize. And you guys may have heard this before if you watch my channel a lot, but the Queen of Swords reminds me that, you know, that we have several things in our lives, several areas. If you break them down, there's what? There's family and home life, there's health, there's relationships, and there's work or purpose, right? So there's like 4 things. You might have 5, you might have 6, but if you break them down, and then in the relationship part, when that's not going well, it's wise to compartmentalize that just to that one area, and don't let it bleed over into your family life or your purpose or your work. Same if it's work. If something's going on with work, you still have those other areas of your life that need to feed you. But if you focus too much on the one that's not going your way, it clouds, and I feel like there's a burden that's overwhelming you and your, you know, movement forward in other areas. So take that however what it means to you. So each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal: the pain, the memories, the echoes, the resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. So, relationship, you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do. It's exactly what I just said. How crazy. Wow. I gotta learn to stop doubting myself. It's because I want so much to put up, you know, I want the messages to be positive. Okay, so separate to or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound and ask yourself, what would love do? Remember I said love in the beginning? I'm feeling a need for love. Love helps you accept things that aren't fair, you know? So what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and honest redress. So I want to read this one part. Heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight hold on our separateness, where we view ourselves as I and the world as it. Loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme, opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and deep dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. I just want to read that one part again because it blew my mind. You come to a place where forgiveness is necessary. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, release, make peace, and make amends to set yourself free. All right, let me pull another oracle because that's feeling pretty darn deep. Let me see. Okay, so I'm not doing personal readings. You probably know that. I have some almost personals. Those are arranged or categorized by title and sign. You can check those out if you'd like. They're the next best thing. Time for a nap. And the fates. I'm telling you, Libran energy. Didn't we have fate somewhere else? Yeah. I think time for a nap would tell me what? It's time to, you know, just heal from it. We had Four of Swords also. Let's look at that fates. And then we'll do the intuition test. Okay, fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change and knowing what those things are. The Serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. Oh, look at all those stars too. This card, okay. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in your life you will never have control of. I think this nap card, time for a nap, is time to stop trying so hard on this and letting it go because there's destiny and fate involved, okay? There are things in life you will never have control of. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with those events and your current circumstances and what your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity prayer. Other people are who they are. You cannot change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit into your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are, and whatever is happening between you and them in the situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated. I knew it. And you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. There's also a little comment in here that says, do not fight the situation, write it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You indeed will flourish. I love the stars in this card. It's beautiful. Also, can you guys see the face? There's always a hidden face in these cards, and I don't see it. I don't see it. That's weird. I almost always can see it. Tell me where it is if you see it. All right, I love you guys. Let's do the intuition test. I already picked 3 crystals because you guys like to throw me off by bouncing around. So I'm going to lay out 3 crystals, and you guys are going to tap in and see, test your intuition, see how it goes. Okay. So we have the heart. This is rose quartz. They're all 3 going to be rose quartz. Okay. This is the sphere, rose quartz again. Ah. And this is the tower. Okay, so take a deep breath and see if you can tune into the one I am focusing on. And if you chose this one, you are correct. I love you guys so much. I hope you're doing good. I don't, you know, this feels heavy, but it's really just a reminder that, you know, the world is your oyster. Let me get one clear. Let me pull one more card. And, you know, I feel the need also to say that you don't have just one soulmate. You may have other things that you need to accomplish in between, you know, before this comes back together. I definitely don't think sitting and waiting is the good thing to do. You're going to be more appealing to them, and you're going to raise your own vibration, right? And sometimes there's other people in the mix that we need to, you know, have experiences with. Too many, way too many. But there's the star. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be stuck. But I want to see one more on this outcome. And one more. Okay, no, too many. So Page of Swords, this is investigative, questioning, you know, kind of our spy guy. But it looks like there's a lot of energy on this reconciliation, clarified by Page of Swords, that's inquisitive or curiosity. And the Six of Cups is, you know, return from the past. So there could be just a lot of questioning. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. I think you're going to have to let it end until timing is right. And not be stuck to it. Not be too dependent on the outcome, you know. There's that Justice card I kept feeling. Oh, that's why I'm feeling 11. Justice is 11. Justice and Judgment. Things are going to be made fair. But don't let it come together until it's made fair, okay? Don't rush it. I love you guys. Remember this, too. You can do less and attract more if you're focused on the right things. Timing's not right. Don't keep forcing it, okay? All right, Aries, good things are coming. You guys are going to be back together, but I just want you guys to focus on other things. You got other things that are supposed to happen in the meantime. I love you guys. Bye, Aries.